Yeah.
Wait, first off,
We going to hell.
I didn't do it. There we go. Yay! Actually, no, that's terrible. That's actually worse than 1999 SmackDown theme song.
It's not the same without Anthony.
I'm sorry, it's bad, man. But yo, we're here, dude. Man, let me lower down this fucking theme song, because I gotta tell y'all, this was an empty-ass episode of SmackDown. Good lord. So empty.
Lord have mercy.
It was such a letdown from such a great Raw last night, people. Once again, like, if you guys did not see it last night, this is Ringside Hangout, by the way. We're Hangout, wrestling fans, something, Google, whatever the fuck. But the thing is, though, last night, we were mad about two big things, Sister Abigail being one of them. Holy fuck, that was awful. And that's what made our ratings go down. But I think we all in agreement of last night was a pretty good show.
Yeah,
pretty much. Do you guys still feel that way, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's very good. I'm so heavy. No, but the thing is, though, tonight, not so great. Let's just start off from the very beginning. General Hall.
Let's get to the bullshit.
Let's get to the bullshit. General Hall calls out Brock Lesnar. Why is he calling out Brock Lesnar? Hope go right ahead. You explain this shit to me.
Who the fuck cares that a man let Brock Lesnar come out, do a fucking Shao Kahn on his ass, and then show him who the real Maharaj is, and then go back home?
Dude, here's the thing, though. You know that, honestly, Jinder Mahal, as a person, like, not the persona, but just, like, the actual person behind the character, you know he does not want to be overshadowed by such a better champion, such a better, bigger star like Brock Lesnar, because when they have that thing, even if Jinder Mahal has fans, they are not going to care when Brock Lesnar's music hits and Paul Heyman is doing those promos. They're not going to give a flying fuck.
Absolutely not. Once you hear the fucking intro for Brock Lesnar, they're going to be like, who the fuck is Jinder?
What the fuck is Maharaja? Raja? Okay.
What? But who the fuck is this douche with the two little fucking
dwarfs
parasites?
The fucking side? Yeah, and Trey, I want to ask you, can you explain this? Like, if you put yourself, not in the sense of like a Be the Booker situation, but just in a why the buck? Why the book? Whatever the fuck. Why do you think they did this?
Okay, I hate to even defend this because I thought the way it was executed was bullcrap and it was stupid. But in the context of it, it made sense, especially with the fans messing with Jinder for the past couple of weeks with the whole "you can't wrestle" chants. Like, for Jinder needs to prove himself as a real champion. Who else to prove himself against than the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar? And Survivor Series is coming up, so that's going to be the SmackDown versus Raw match, and Jinder needs to beat Brock. So it made sense, but the execution was caca.
I mean, it was caca, but I don't know why. Now it's funny, like, after I say it. Okay, but the thing is, I love PG Trey, by the way. PG Trey, I kind of like him more than TV14 Trey.
I like the fucking NC-17 Trey when he goes batshit crazy.
I know, he goes rated M for mature. Like,
shit, he goes adults. Man, he goes adults only.
Yeah, I know, dude. No. But by the way, Trey, before we even continue, I'm gonna ask you this, like as if like I'm actually more interested in the character of Trey Cooper here. But like, Trey, do you think we'll see a return of TV14 Trey, like Edgy Era confirmed Trey, fucking Roadblock time, like because Roadblock's coming up soon, I think.
No, fuck that. When are we gonna see the EC Dub Trey again?
Yeah.
Well, you know, unfortunately, he lost his smile, and he's gonna go find it again.
Motherfucker.
He lost his smile. Oh, man. Well, let me show some love to the chat over here, too, man. Raheem is up in here once again. Raheem, dude, I swear to God, if I had some kind of award to give you for just appearing on all of these shows in the chat and everything, dude, I would give it to you. I don't know what I can do, but you are the shit. He says Jinder will get destroyed by Lesnar at Survivor Series. Are we even that sure that they're going to have that match? Because I feel like the AJ Styles thing was definitely like they got people interested in a promo, but they're definitely going to go with AJ versus Jinder.
Well, I mean, we'll see because Brock Lesnar's going to show up on Raw to answer Jinder's call.
Okay, Trey, what do you feel?
I think this might be one of those things where they pull a swerve where Jinder will beat Brock. I want to say I'm not surprised because they've been pulling the stops for Jinder. His championship reign has been crap, but they have been putting the stops for him. So there might be a thing where Jinder beats Brock, and it would be bullcrap. But this is WWE you're talking about.
But yeah, we know that it's not going to be anywhere near a fucking clean window. If they, for a fact that that's going to be like interference and a fucking half.
The thing is, I don't even think they need this right now, because especially considering the fact that, we were seeing so much nostalgia acts or whatever the fuck, like, not necessarily nostalgia acts, but shit like this that happened last night with Kane. It's just like, we see Kane, we see the Shield coming back, we see all these characters. This is the one time that we really do not need a Brock Lesnar appearance. I mean, do you guys feel like the product actually needs a Brock Lesnar anything right now? Because I'm not even giving a fuck about the titles. I don't care about either title in either show, but what do you feel, Hope?
Yes and no, I guess. I mean, I'm sort of kind of biased on it only because I do love when Brock Lesnar shows up.
Mm-hmm.
But if Jinder Mahal wants to crack at him, come on. I gotta see this shit.
I mean, it'll be cool as shit. Because here's the thing, too. I feel like if they do that... Well, let me ask you this. Do you feel like this might be the beginning of the fucking Undisputed Championship thing? Like, Undisputed Title 2. You know what I mean? You feel like that might happen? The Unified Belt?
Look, no. Because we all know exactly what's going to happen. Jinder is most likely going to go on to fucking prove himself, saying that, he's this and he's that. And then he gets into the fucking ring with Brock Lesnar, and all of a sudden, dude, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like maybe there's a slight chance that this AJ Styles thing happens because SmackDown needs something interesting to happen before Survivor Series, because there's kind of a gap between now and Survivor Series. And SmackDown needs something, especially with this whole TLC pay-per-view going on. SmackDown got nothing to build up to.
Ooh.
And this one thing, AJ wins the belt before Survivor Series. Go ahead.
What if AJ is in the match with Brock Lesnar and Jinder, and it's a free-for-all?
Nah, that's not.
How epic would it be, though? Both the titles are up for grabs, and if AJ beats one of them, then he keeps that fucking belt.
Do you feel like AJ Styles is even that, like, his stock is that high to even be put in a match with Brock Lesnar and those guys? Because, I mean, look, AJ Styles is cool and everything. People are really behind him and everything right now, but he's still Andy Darling to me. And I feel like AJ Styles, he's cool, but he's just going to look so emasculated versus Brock and Jinder Mahal. And then not to mention the people that Jinder Mahal has, at ringside, and then Paul Heyman with the promos. Like, there's nothing that AJ Styles is going to shine on, like, except for if it was a ladder match or something, but...
No. Absolutely not. I mean, excuse me. I mean, it could be interesting to see AJ Styles with Brock Lesnar. I mean, fuck, Brock Lesnar's faced Shinsuke Nakamura in NJPW.
Oh, he did?
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it. And then they even talked about recently, too, or I don't even think they talked about it recently, but I watched something where Brock Lesnar was wrestling Tensai back in 2006, and I was like, holy shit, Brock Lesnar did a lot of shit overseas. Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. Like, the match with him and Shinsuke Nakamura, that shit was actually pretty deep. I'm like, God damn, Brock Lesnar's wrestling right now,
Yeah, and I will say, dude, like, looking at, Brock Lesnar's, like, video packages and things like that, it's like, this dude... He's incredible, man. Like, every time he comes up, it's like fucking Godzilla or something. It's like, I feel like if this was like if wrestling was a movie, I would be okay just seeing his like tattooed spikes out of the ocean while the jets go by and shoot missiles at the motherfucker, like, Paul Heyman doing the war.
Brock Lesnar would be like the fucking what's his name? Brock Lesnar would be like fucking Superman, just start shooting bullets at him and just gonna bounce back like.
And then the three-headed dragon. Yeah, with a three-headed dragon
and
then, shield.
Yeah, and then Brock Lesnar just looks at you like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
But yeah, and really quick, I didn't know about this, but Raheem knows his shit usually. He says SmackDown Live does have something. It's called Clash of Champions in December in Boston, and he says SmackDown Live also has Starrcade.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my buddy that I was talking to yesterday, he actually has the tickets to Clash of Champions, and he told me that it's Clash of Champions in December. I was like, oh shit, so that's what it's going to be? Yeah. Because because some time ago on the pay-per-view list for December, it was still to be announced. And then he told me last night that it's Clash of Champions. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
cool.
That's really surprising, honestly. Because for one...
Yeah, because right now, Raw has their pay-per-view on Sunday for TLC, and then they got Survivor Series. And then after that, Raw's not going to have a pay-per-view until probably January because then it's going to be SmackDown.
But how do you go from epic moments like this whole Steen thing? Like, I'm going to fast forward this a little bit, but like, you get great Starrcade moments like this, and you're going to go to a SmackDown where there's no star power, there's no anything going on right now. Do you feel like maybe Jinder Mahal will challenge Brock Lesnar to the Starrcade, and that'll be their big Starrcade moment to reopen the entire event? Or what do you feel?
Starrcade's not even being recorded though.
What the fuck is the point of Starrcade, man? God damn it! Every time I think they do something smart, man, they fucking do something stupid right afterwards, and the shit pisses me the fuck off. God. Yeah, that's frustrating as fuck. But like I said, dude, like we'll see what happens with the Jinder Mahal thing. We'll move on to the next thing because I want to do a brief.
It seems like that's actually going to be a live event, not a televised event.
Yeah, really fucking stupid. And I remember they did the same thing kind of with the Madison Square Garden thing, and it ended up becoming a network special because I remember that was going to be a live event, and then they're like, "Ooh, there's some interest there."
Was that the one with
the New Day versus Brock Lesnar?
It was. Yes, that was the one I was thinking about. Yeah.
It was really cool show. I really actually dug it. But anyways, moving on though. Let me put on my face since I'm the one going and blinking. Be the Booker, Breeze Dangle, and the I didn't mean to say Dissension. That was an old joke that I used a long time ago. I meant to say Ascension. I swear to God. I swear to God, dude, I wasn't trying to be stupid. But the thing is, I'm just gonna throw something out there right away. With the whole like Pulp Fashion, I guess it was called, right? Pulp Fashion? Like Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Okay. That shit was actually kind of clever. I like the pun. And I thought the whole joke, behind the scenes, that shit was kind of... I laughed. I'll be honest. I laughed. Maybe I'm in a dumb mood or something. I don't know. But the thing is, with that particular segment, you know what I was thinking of, Hovig? Remember when I was pissed off and talking about Goldust and R-Truth and their fucking little Hollywood thing?
Yeah.
Why not, since they have Kane now, do you feel like maybe we're about to get Goldust on SmackDown? Since he ain't doing shit on...
No.
Really? Just no hope at all? Because what else are they going to do with Goldust? Like, there's not enough room for him right now. They're busy fucking having Enzo tell everybody off every fucking night.
To be honest, there's not really a lot of room for a good portion of the fucking roster. On both fucking shows.
True, but, I mean, at the same time, if you're going to use anybody, I mean, and they can just use Goldust for just, like, comedy segments and everything, which, you don't have to put a whole lot of thought into that.
And plus, haven't the fucking Breeze Dango been doing this fucking Fashion Files and all this shit way before the whole Goldust R-Truth thing?
No, they were, but it's just like, it's time to kind of change up a little bit. I mean, especially because of the fact that they're really fucking at the Ascension. Like, Ascension, I guess, is like full on with it. Which is so
I had such high hopes for the Ascension like years ago, man.
Oh, I'm actually watching a lot of 2012 NXT stuff, but yeah, like the Ascension's one of those things where it was like, okay, you know what? Like tag team division's kind of boring right now. These motherfuckers are gonna bring the life back into it. Like I was so hyped for them to make it to the main roster.
Man, I thought there was gonna be like some sort of a new type of Brood or like a new type of Ministry of Darkness thing with them, but
now they're doing silly shit. I mean,
and then they got moved to the main roster, and now they're Legion of Doom knockoffs.
Yep. Pretty much. And the thing that's really frustrating...
Not even.
Well, the thing that's even more so frustrating as well is, like, they seem to be giving a little bit of a fuck about this because, like, they're starting to build these, the Bludgeon Brothers, and we talked about them a lot last night. But, like, they're doing these promos and everything.
Oh, for real? Oh, you mean these motherfuckers right here?
Yep,
the motherfucking Hammer Brothers.
I like how you had that shit ready.
I know he did. I was like, wow.
I had that shit ready, boy. I told you last night. I was like, I'm bringing this shit up on the show because this is exactly.
Yeah,
man, they were even swinging the fucking hammer and everything today. Like, look. This motherfucker right here gets. Oh shit, it's a small picture.
Oh, that's unfortunate. No, but
I don't.
He done fucked up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there he is. People enjoy it. No, but that's the thing. Is like, as he's showing that and whatnot.
There you go. There you go.
That shit. Oh, there he is. Yeah. The thing is funny too, because you sound like that fucking horse on like Hump Day. He's like, Mike, look at the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. It's some old bullshit, like what they did with these guys.
Oh, it's fucking annoying, man.
Why? The Wyatt family is such a distant memory at this point.
No, it really is. And I mean, look at dude. I have high hopes. Like, just let me have my high hopes. God damn it, Hovig. Like,
no. But the Bludgeon Brothers.
That's okay. That's alright. That's not too bad. They got a sledgehammer.
Could it have been like the Butt Brothers or something? I don't fucking know.
I mean, you know,
Anything
that would
better.
be that too. And look how threatening Luke Harper looks. He's like, why y'all give us this fucking name? Like
he's looking like Bray's on Mondays for this shit.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't be jealous of Bray right now, I guess like they chopped his dick off. He's like Caitlyn Jenner now, except the Gothic version. Like, what?
Nah.
Fucking Sister Abigail. I swear to God, that's the dumbest shit. Boy. So I don't know, man. But what do you guys feel like? Be the Booker wise. What would you do, Trey, with the fucking Breezango and the Ascension?
I don't know what to do at this point because I'm pretty sure we did a beat a Booker before on this, and it just keep going. I don't know what to really do with these characters anymore. Like, I mean, I know what I want is for Tyler Breeze to go on a more successful single career, but if I gotta keep them together, just actually do something in the tag division besides the Fashion Files. I get that it's over with creative and some of the casual fans. I don't really like it personally. I mean, it has its charm, but it's kind of meh. But at this point, I just think it's time for them to really jump into the tag team division and try going for the titles again. Because ever since the whole Usos feud, like, they haven't gone for the titles anymore. And same thing with the Ascension. Like, I was thinking Ascension this year, earlier in the SmackDown, like doing after the draft and everything, they were kind of getting serious there for a minute. But now they're back to being the jokey characters up to 11 at this point, thanks to the whole Fashion Files thing. I really just don't know what to go from here.
I mean, I don't know either. I just try to have hopes for the shit because it's just kind of like you know, like Trey. It's just like we had that moment too, and I remember like this was one of Anthony's last things, and we got in a big argument because I hate the Fashion Files so much, and then when they weren't on the show, I was like, well, where the fuck are they? Aren't you gonna finish it? I remember you, Trey, and Hovig, all of you guys are laughing at me, talking shit, like, motherfucker, you're just bitching last week. You don't want to see him, but it's like, I just want to be finished. Like, I don't want to see them, but I also want them to reach what they were going for and be done. They had like 2 attempts at ending the shit before. They almost did it, and they're just not doing it anymore. It's just fucking annoying. It's like it just needs to end, but it needs to have an actual ending. I don't want it to just disappear, you know.
Right.
I don't know. But what would you like, Hovig? I know you probably are like, man, I don't give a fuck, move on. But I mean, what do you feel? I mean, would you book anything, or would you just eliminate them completely right now?
Yeah, man, that's tough because
we just said
I wouldn't even know.
Ascension. Because you know what I would do? I would have Ascension leave and fucking try to go with Kane or somebody, or even Bray, you know, or Elias. Ascension with Elias, that would be all right. I think maybe, probably. I don't know, like something.
I mean, the issue is that right now there's just too many tag teams.
Yeah.
There are too many tag teams. You got the Usos, you got the New Day, you got the Ascension, you got Breezango, you got Jordan and Benjamin. Who else? Now you kind of have Sammy and fucking Kevin Owens, you know? Kind of. Yes. But, yeah, I mean, and then you got the upcoming Bludgeon Brothers. Like, you know, there's just so much shit going on that I wouldn't even know what the fuck you do. You know, the problem with Breezango is they've been off TV for TV as an in-ring competition for so long. It's just they're lost in the mix. Oh, I forgot about fucking Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder.
Oh yeah, of course. And that was something they're actually really building quite a bit there for a second. So I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, they were building them up for a while. They got their number 1 contendership for the tag titles. Ryder got injured, and then they went, "Oh, peace out, bitches." That's exactly what happened to him, and that's the and that's the problem with Breezango, because I think one of them got injured, or somebody got injured, or they just kept them off TV for some time, and they just got lost in the mix, and that's the issue. And then you got this shit.
Yeah, which who knows what the fuck this was. I didn't know that they were even in contentionship, even slight contentionship to ever even be in the same goddamn promo with the champions. Where the fuck was the New Day? They just lost.
Oh, they were
one of the best Hell in a Cell matches. What were you saying?
I mean, no, the New Day was actually backstage fucking with Aiden English. And throwing their Bootio cereal all over the place. You know, classic New Day.
At
shit.
least they had him on TV. I'm gonna say that. At least they had him on TV. Because I'm just like, you know what, dude? Like, if y'all forgot to put the guys who just had one of the best matches I ever saw.
Yeah, I was just about to say, but then again, New Day is on TV every week, regardless, because the guy, the suits have big hopes for New Day, and I know why they got big hopes, because they're fucking well over right now, and they sell merchandise. They've had some great runs. They've broken the fucking demolition record. They're actually a good tag team.
Yeah.
So I would never expect. The only time that I would not see them on screen is if one of them is injured, and which is what they do is when one of them is injured, they keep them all off.
Now the big thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but like going back to Breeze Dango, they've just haven't done in-ring competition so long. Like last week was the first time we've seen them actually fucking wrestle. And how long, man? Like they're just lost in that fucking. They're lost in that pool.
They really are, dude, and it fucking sucks. And I feel like if they had that extra hour, yeah, or if not the hour, get rid of the females.
Because you want to know why? If no, the thing is, if you add the extra hour, then you're gonna get extra shit that is most likely just filler, which is what they do on Raw. Like the extra hour, half of it is just fucking filler.
I think they're starting to find themselves, because even though there's things I didn't like, the last 3 weeks, there has been a little bit of a rhythm. I will say, it's like you get your Carl Anderson segment with the fucking, what's the other dude? Luke Gallows. God, it's funny how Luke Gallows has been there a lot longer than Carl Anderson. Yeah, I remember Carl Anderson before I remember boring-ass Luke Gallows.
You mean Festus?
No, do you mean Classic Kane? That's not Classic Kane that decided to get into the fucking ring and looked like such a horrible impersonator of Kane? Like, yeah, that guy. Fuck. What the fuck was that wig they used? Like, I swear to God. But anyways, yeah, it's just like they're starting to find their rhythm, and I feel like if it wasn't for the CWC shit or the Cruiserweight 205 Live, whatever the fuck they call it, if it wasn't for that being on Raw, it would be a much lesser fat, just smooth fucking show. Because when I was a kid, I don't know about you guys, but I always wanted a 3-hour show. I liked the WCW Nitro did it, but I just didn't like WCW. I hated WCW, so it was kind of like, oh man, I wish WWF Raw would have 3 hours. I would love to see a full sprung out right to censor storyline or more Undertaker or something, But I don't know, just one of them things.
Whoa, Nick,
Well, go ahead, Trey.
Go ahead, Albert.
Trey, you go.
No, go ahead, Trey. No.
Okay. Well, there's the thing. Like when I was younger, Nick, I was with you. I mean, granted, I watched WCW and WWE. I flipped both channels whenever one was on and one went to commercial, I went to the other. But I used to live for those Nitro 3 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the thing. Like even as a kid, it was like I wanted Raw to be longer and stuff sometimes. But the thing is, with the way the product is now, it's just with WWE anyway. It's just like I can't take most of it. I mean, Raw has had a very good streak as of late, but we can go back to all the shows from the past Raw shows that we had since it's been 3 hours, and we crapped on it most of the time. I mean, it's just the storylines aren't as consistent. Like we're lucky that even yesterday when we liked the show that there was some consistent stuff that happened, but they don't do it all the time. And that's the thing with SmackDown right now. That's why when I do the usual ending spill and I say SmackDown's going to suck, by the way, it's because it's like SmackDown's just been so inconsistent lately that I know it's going to suck. I mean,
and I feel like the inconsistency is thrown on because they're just like, you know what, what's hot and what's not. We got to do whatever we feel right at this second what's hot. That's why I showed that James Ellsworth thing, they just jumped on. Remember when they had a great storyline with Rhino and Heath Slater? And they had these great fucking angles with so many great... dude, SmackDown was actually just kicking ass every fucking week for a while there. It was great. I loved it. And then when James Ellsworth came around and they're like, oh, we gotta sell these t-shirts and oh, we gotta do this and oh, we gotta do that. It was like... what the fuck happened to all of these storylines that you guys got going on? It's all gone. I mean, dude, Mojo Rawley was on one of the biggest single push fucking things in a while leading up to WrestleMania. That shit just disappeared. Fucking the promos from Baron Corbin on Talking Smack were some of the greatest things in Baron Corbin's career. It was better than NXT. I was like, dude, I can't wait for Baron Corbin to be the guy. And then that just disappeared. He ended up just not showing up on shows anymore. You know, they even had Jack Swagger doing some interesting shit, and they dropped the ball with that. It was like, what the fuck? And then he left. And Jack Swagger's like, you know what? Even though I suck, I could still get over somewhere else more than they're doing this shit on here. I don't even know if I'm going to be on the show every week. And it's like, it's amazing. That segment from last week, Trey, after Hell in a Cell, when all the tag teams came out, were you just surprised on just like, holy shit, they have that many people on the roster that we don't see ever? Like, I didn't know they had that many people on there. They're not being used. And they still forgot some. Like,
I mean,
I
know we're this is not on the section, but was Kane even addressed on why he went to Raw?
Not at all. And that's just so frustrating, you know. And then keep in mind too, Kane.
I think they'll do that on Monday or Sunday.
Maybe,
nah.
But then again, it's like you would think that tonight, if they had the time, Daniel Bryan would have like found a way to bring that up during one of his backstage promos. But he doesn't have time. You got to build that next segment. That Sami Zayn thing, and I guess is a good segue into it. But this lasted too long. They played the video package. They played another video package. They have Daniel Bryan, hey, yes, yes. Everyone say yes, even though this shit's been fucking super old since 2012. Can we stop with the yeses? It's not that entertaining. Fucking, and then Sami Zayn just did everything he did last week. I mean, and it was a good promo. I'm not saying that it was bad or boring or anything. I loved it. But we already saw it, though. Like, you only have 2 hours, dude. Like, move on, you know? I mean, like, Hovig, do you feel like it was necessary to have the exact same promo all over again tonight? Like, what do you feel about the promo, by the way?
Yeah, fuck, man. They ripped him a new asshole.
They did. It was great. It was cool.
That shit was, like, so fucked up. I was like, this is just insane. But at the same time, I think the whole thing was that because Daniel Bryan never got to speak to Sami Zayn, but then essentially it was almost the same promo from last week.
Mm-hmm.
The better this week for some reason because Sami went hard.
Yeah.
And so did Kevin Owens. Man, poor Daniel, bro.
No, it was
I bet you at this point Daniel was like, I gotta go home. I gotta fuck my wife.
But then again, like, The Miz did it a lot better than they did. And, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, compare the two, obviously, even though I just said that. Because it's like, it's not the same situation. Like, The Miz thing was more heated and made more sense. I think it was I still think that shit was a shoot, honestly, with The Miz. I think that he literally was scripting.
No, it was. Because apparently back then, Talking Smack was straight up shooting.
Yeah.
It was not scripted, which is one of the reasons why that Vince McMahon wanted to cut it. Is because it was not scripted. It was straight up shoot.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's the thing. Like, with this situation here, I've seen this done better with Maurice, Miz, Cena, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. I've seen this done better with other ways. So, I mean, I get they're trying to, like, move the storyline along and everything, but we just saw that last week. So the purpose has already been achieved. And then, not to mention, we get a match with them, too. Like, this would have been cool to see that again if they just didn't have a match at the end. But they had a very boring, I gotta tell you, that match sucked. And then, once again, Randy Orton, I don't know if he just doesn't care anymore. And Nakamura, man. Dude, why the fuck do people like Nakamura? God damn it. Like, I hate that motherfucker with a passion. But, Trey, what'd you feel about this promo? And actually, let's get to that, too. Like, what'd you think of the main event, man?
The promo was mad. I mean, I think the only thing that was cool was the whole Sami. I think Sami Zayn called out Daniel Bryan, didn't he? About how he can't wrestle anymore until September or whatever. Yeah. Because, you don't leave WWE. Apparently, he addressed the dirt sheet thing. That was cool, I guess. But other than that, I didn't care for the promo. It sucked. The match, I'm actually surprised Sami Zayn picked up the win. I'm really surprised, but maybe it's one of those things that since he's heel, he's going to pick up more victories. But hopefully he can go because I really have nothing else on this.
Yeah. I mean, Hovig said what he said, and we'll just get into ratings now because here's the thing. Like, for me, shit like that where that ending was so unnecessary. I mean, I never seen such, we're out of shit to do ever. Like, with the main event.
Are you talking about the main event, the match, or right after when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came back out?
Well, because that's the thing, I actually kind of missed some of that. What happened with that? Because he went backstage and something happened too. Yeah, so basically what happened was they went backstage and they confronted Daniel Bryan. And they were like, so what are you going to do about it? Are you going to put us... And Sami Zayn was like, so what are you going to do? Going to put us in a lumberjack match, handicap match? What's next for next week?
And then Daniel Bryan's like, well, it's not up to me to decide. That's up to Shane.
Oh, shit.
And then so Shane's coming back on Tuesday. And then what's his name? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got back outside to the to the stage.
Yeah.
And then they were like pretty much making fun of Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura for a second. And then they were pretty much saying like, oh, this is like Sami Zayn's and Kevin Owens show, blah blah blah. Like we run this shit basically in a sense. I don't know what the verbatim was, but
yeah, it was.
And then the show went off the air. But the funny thing is, I'm thinking that this is some shit that was gonna go on fucking WWE Network, like how sometimes they got the post shows on WWE Network. I'm like, does somebody keep the cameras running? Because this shit's still on USA.
Well, no, because the thing is, they had 4 minutes left. Like that's why I found it weird. Like I was like, wait, like that's it, really? And then they just brought them out just so they can finish off the rest of the show. So with Nick's point, he was right. That was the most out of nowhere fit in segment at least we ever seen.
Because the thing that was frustrating is like I could see them doing that with things that are not important, but you would think they really got this like main storyline down because you got 4 stars, right? And then not to mention it's linked to Daniel Bryan, who's another star, and Shane. So this shit should be planned out. I never seen filler in the show. Like that's kind of like, I mean, I'm not like complaining that hard. I'm not hating it, but I'm just so confused because for one, the match ended in a very non-climatic way. I was like, oh, okay, well, what's next? Oh, wait, the show's over? Oh, fuck, okay. And then they go backstage. I'm like, damn, like, for one, stop with the pre-recorded fucking videos because you know that they didn't make it backstage that fast. That was so not live. And then by the time Nakamura and Randy Orton come out of the ring, they're right back out there again. I'm like, did you guys go into one of those like spawn things on Halo Forge mode or something? Like, how the fuck did you make it backstage, back out, backstage again, like within a minute? What the fuck? And then why would you come back out anyways? And why would Randy Orton and Nakamura just stare at them confused? Well, Nakamura's always confused because he's fucking retarded. But like, they're just looking at them doing nothing. It looked like Randy Orton and Nakamura were like, well, our date's over. You want to go to my place? I don't know. Like, they just looked at each other like, just empty. Like, it was amazing to me. I don't know, man. That ending kind of like really fucked up the rating even more so for me because it was like maybe I wasn't feeling it, maybe I wasn't in the mood to watch a show or something, and I just wasn't into it. But getting to that point, I was like, oh no, it wasn't me. They really don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's what it was because it's weird. So yeah, for me, 2 out of 5 wasn't the worst thing ever. There's a few things cool, and I can't believe I actually liked the Breeze Dangle fucking segment. That shit was hilarious in my opinion. And I love heel Sammy. I think heel Sami Zayn's gonna do some good shit, man. Like that's gonna be cool.
Heel Sami Zayn is just incredible. Like this is exactly what this fuck. This is exactly what this fucker's needed, and it's like it's brilliant.
What would you rate the show, by the way?
I would actually give it a 2.5 out of 5. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's pretty average. I mean, it's not the best thing out there. It's not even the worst thing out there. But to me, enjoy the opening promos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the segment. The Miz did it better. But then again, Miz, he's a fucking talker.
Yeah.
He could talk your fucking ear off and probably make you want to commit suicide.
I'm loving Miz more.
But here, yeah, but in this case, hearing this shit from the last person you would have ever fucking thought, Sami Zayn, kind of blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed that segment very much. The competition tonight was.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, Sin Cara. Why? Because Callisto people? Is that why? You fucking racist? Like,
fuck, man. I don't know. And then, I mean, I didn't even know that was Sin Cara for a second. I was like, oh, he's got a new fucking mask too.
Yeah.
And
where's Ty Dillinger, by the way? Why wasn't he part of that? Like,
I don't know. It's just.
Yeah.
There's really nothing I could say about the competition tonight.
Yeah.
The only thing I could talk about is storyline. That's it. Like the Breeze Dangle stuff, that was funny. The Sami Zayn stuff, that was great. Natalya, that was okay. But other than that, I mean,
maybe we should do this in a different way.
I take it back. I think 2.0. 2 out of 5.
Okay, yeah, because here's the thing too. I think sometimes we'll start doing this after tonight, but like maybe we should like do like overall rating and then rating for the writing. Because tonight, I will say, if it was just for writing, I would say tonight was definitely 4 out of 5 because everything moved along.
Yeah.
But it's just like moved along to
Yeah.
what? To Shane McMahon being on? Who gives a fuck? Like moving on to what? Baron Corbin defending the title more? Who gives a fuck? Like I don't care about anything, but it doesn't mean they didn't move forward. And I'm gonna look in the chat really quick too. Red Robot King Raheem, he says that it's a 3.5 out of 5 for him, so that's pretty cool. But Trey, go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna have you be the first person to do this, Trey. Rate both the show and what would you do for writing?
You know, it's funny you say that because here's my thing, right? Even with the writing, though, like from my point of view, you gotta at least get some entertainment out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that even if something made sense, I mean, of course, I'll give it like a 1 out of 5 in terms of writing because the Jinder Mahal thing made sense. I guess Fashion File stuff made sense, but I didn't enjoy it. So it's just hard for me to see that as good writing. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. But overall show, like it's a 0, man. I just was not. I didn't enjoy anything.
God
Like,
damn.
I don't see what you guys really enjoyed. I didn't enjoy nothing. I was so bored out of my mind. I just wanted to hit my head over the table. Because nothing entertained me tonight. Nothing. The wrestling was dry. The promos are dry. Sammy still needs to work on his heel work. Just eating that cringy ending. The Fashion Files. I don't care for it anymore. Like, I don't know, man. You got these. You have a wonderful roster on SmackDown, and they're being used for trash. So I just don't get the whole. I guess in my mind, I don't get the whole rate the writing when like I didn't really even enjoy the writing. Like me giving a 1 out of 5 is being generous compared to the 0 out of 5 I'm giving the overall show because I really want to give the writing a 0 out of 5. So I just did not care about the SmackDown tonight at all, which no surprise because SmackDown's been trashed for a while.
Like for me, I mean, like for writing in general, like let's be honest, yeah, it was shit. But it's just like I compare it to everything else that SmackDown does, and I'm so used to nothing being like continuity based. Like there's no continuity correction in anything. So to see them actually continue on with the Sami Zayn shit and etc., I'm just like, wow, like y'all stuck to something. AJ Styles bringing up the fact that Jinder Mahal never beat him. I was like, oh my god, AJ Styles actually, I guess he watches the product because nobody fucking else does. Good job, AJ. Like finally, AJ did something right in a promo. I never see that. Like AJ's horrible at promos, especially man that last talk at SmackDown to Hell in a Cell. AJ almost made me throw up. That shit was so bad, fucking terrible. That dude's overhyped too. He's like American fucking Nakamura. You know what I mean? So that's why I give it that way. But I mean, I totally see where your point is too. And I mean, it was like dry is the perfect terminology for this fucking show. Just so fucking dry. It sucks. It really does. Really quick, what do you think? Just good or bad? I'm gonna start with Hovig. But what do you think TLC is gonna be quality wise? Good or bad?
Ooh. Mediocre.
No, that's not a choice. Fuck you, man. No, good or bad. You gotta pick one.
God damn.
Yeah, I know, cause everything's mediocre. We can't choose that. You gotta make that gamble, son.
All right, you know what? I'm actually gonna throw a gamble. It's gonna be good.
You know what? I'm gonna do mine after or before Trey. I'm gonna say good as well. You got Asuka. Oh, man, then Emma. Fuck, damn. But it'll be cool. It'll be a good moment.
You got the Shield 3-on-5. I gotta see how
Kane. Yep. Like yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Trey. I'm scared of what you're gonna say. But yeah, good or bad?
I'm going bad.
Yeah,
I'm going bad all the way. Bad. Like even though I had a good go home show in a rare event that Raw had a good go home show, I still think the show of Raw is gonna end up being a bad pay-per-view.
I feel like it could be bad mainly because whatever happens at this pay-per-view does not matter because Survivor Series is coming up. And I'm like 99% sure Survivor Series is going to be one of the most badass Survivor Series we'll have in a long time. But because it's going to be so good. Yeah, because it's going to be so good though, this TLC could fucking suck balls. Because nothing is going to be solved.
You know what? No, you know what? You have a fucking point because fucking Survivor Series is like a month away.
Yeah.
And why would they even bother having this shit this Sunday? They might as well just have no pay-per-view, have these storylines go into Survivor Series and call it a fucking day. Because it's one of the big four. That shit's already going to be 4, maybe 5 hours long.
Yeah.
You know? So who the fuck knows what's going to end up? And Survivor Series is actually one of my favorite pay-per-views.
Me too.
You know? But I'm more excited to see what's going to happen for Survivor Series than I am this Sunday. But hopefully this is a good Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, you got Sister Abigail. Maybe we'll get an actual. I still have high hopes that Bray Wyatt shows.
Bad.
Wait, but hold on. Mustard Demon King. Ooh, that's gonna be good.
You mean the Pumpkin King?
Oh yeah, Pumpkin King. Fucking A. Trey,
can I go on the spill?
Wait, what'd you say?
Can I go on the spill now?
Go right ahead.
Okay, tomorrow's the midweek chat attack. Join us. No anime night. Anime's dead till next week. So,
Trey just sounds so defeated right now.
Man, y'all brought up that Sister Abigail stuff. I'm just like, man, god dang it. And then this Saturday is the midnight chat attack. I still haven't heard anything from Alan for what they're doing for the viewing party. So, I hopefully they'll have something planned by the time of midweek tomorrow. But join us for the midnight chat attack this Saturday, 7:30 CST. I'm not sure if we're doing the MCA Plus on Friday, but join us this Sunday for the TLC show, and that's about it.
Oh, sorry, your voice. You sound just like Bob, bro.
I've never seen it.
Hey, kids.
Never seen it in my life.
So we're gonna have burgers and anime. It's gonna be great. Can't wait for it. Right here.
Right.
Hey, Sean Benjamin.
Oh
Man, dude.
Yeah.
People, that's it. Trey, I think it's around the time you're supposed to be on 3, whatever the fuck I say.
Oh yeah,
1,
3,
2,
2,
1. Hovek.
1.
Attack the chat, Hovek.
Attack the
Tarkisian.
beeping,
Oh my goodness.
beep.
I said his last name
WrestleMania
correctly.
sucks. SummerSlam
I said
sucks.
it right.
SmackDown sucks.
Oh my
Everything
god.
sucks.
Hey, smile for me real quick, Hovek. That's right. You look good, boy.
Y'all ready for that, Sister Abigail? Oh, shit,
No! He said it, people.
Man.
He's an asshole.